Ew, what is good, my anime people? What is good, yo? It feels really good to see how this video is going to turn out sound-wise because I wasn't lazy. I turned off all the fans and closed the window, so hopefully the cars don't bleed in as much. So let's have a good talk about some black swordsmen. Yes, Guts is one of the best person who ever was in Sword Art. No? Nobody? Kimito? Alright, let's talk about Kimito then, whatever. Kimito is one of the best things that's happened to Sword Art. And, I've always been a fan of him. I've always wanted him to come back since he left when he was in the chair. But the show is still good going on forward without him, but it's not the same when he's there, right? The story just feels like it actually gets climactic. It actually feels like there's some stakes on the line further than just disappearing into the background of, you know, not being remembered by Kimito, because this show, I think, also is one of the examples that once another character kind of shows up on screen, almost anything is possible for the show in the grand scheme of we've seen Kimito go through every single thing you can pretty much imagine, right? He's gone through what the pain might feel like if he ever lost a kid. He's gone through a pain what it would feel like if he ever uh, had to actually take someone's life for the better of himself or others around him in Sword Art, um, or in Sword Art, in the very first game. And now he's in a position where the whole entire fate of a world of people that he truly loves and cares about and has spent quite a bit of time already in here, and is about to have to spend 200 years in there, which, to be fair, it could be like a 7-day vacation, for Kimito and Asuna if she stays in there. Because the time in there flies way faster than human time. I don't know if that would be the case. It could be, actually. Be kind of cool reason to see more of how Alice kind of takes over and maybe becomes the head of everything and can kind of dictate the good, the bad, and the evil. Just try to keep from having what happened pop off again. Um, but with this week of just struggle, despair, struggle, it finally came out on top, right? Like the whole never giving up finally paid off, and it just took a ridiculous amount of struggling and a lot of despair. Um, so much to the point where I honestly thought, I'm not gonna say that he lost, but it does feel like he was way too cocky for a good portion of this whole entire fight, which is good to see because that's human nature, right? You have every single person known to man that's ever backed you backing you again, and they're all here to try to lend you as much strength, memories, whatever it takes. You think you're not going to get a little bit cocky? Be like, shoot, how many people you got? None? Man, let me tell you all the people I got. And just list off not even just the sword art people, but all these new people in this world that not only have seen his power, for raising it up for the greater good of just protecting them, but other people had to witness it during the exams and whatnot that were still trying to become knights just like he was. So it was really cool to see that even in this world, just like in our world, you have a chance to always be a star. You just have to apply yourself. You just have to be what you A want to be, and B maybe be something that somehow when you enjoy doing what you're doing, it helps other people feel better as well. Music is the perfect example of that. Some people just make music because they actually love music. They don't really know why it touches people, but when it does, they just get that much more appreciation towards their songs that they work so hard for. This is what it felt like with all these characters, right? Like they all had the same amount of potential, the same amount of power, the same amount of all this and that, until you got to the top tiers, right? We got Asuna and Alice freaking shooting shurikens of golds, shurikens just. I'm like, okay, Alice got a gold shuriken. Okay, okay, okay. Well, Asuna got a gold shuriken with the horizon. She had, where she goes, and raises up the ground. Yeah, her shuriken had that. So she was, that shuriken right past Alice's. So know that Asuna still wins in the end. All right, I'm tired of Alice. Uh, you know, people saying, "Oh yeah, Alice won hands down," and I'm like, "Why? She's blonde?" And they're like, "Duh, because she's blonde." No, we can't do this anymore. Asuna wins. Okay, fatality. You see that Alice was useless without her dragons to get up to this area. If Asuna wasn't there to raise Noah's Ark, or what is it, split the water for Moses? I'm sorry. It just felt like she clearly was on a different level than Alice, and Alice was just like, "Oh my God, thank you. Hold my hand and pull me towards the victory." So, sorry, Alice fans, but Asuna wins yet again. And it's so funny that they just throw Liz and Sion, or what, I forget the girl with the familiar's name, how to pronounce it anyway. Everybody's name is hard to pronounce for your boy, so I just grab very, very key things like her dragon that always follows her, even though no one else got a dragon. Sorry. She and Liz, the blacksmith, straight up are like, "Oh yeah, I love Kimito. You love him? So do I." That's the whole part. I'm not making that up. That's all they did. That's the only reason why they were on screen. I love Kimito. Oh, I love Kimito. Does this mean this is our final chance to probably ever say this? Probably. Dang. Like, I was, I'm immersed in everybody's reaction or what their response is going to be to this ridiculous purple blade in the sky. And everybody's praying and their stars are going up, and then they got these two. I love them. I love them too. Sorry. Anyway, if you think it's awkward with me just stopping afterward, that's how it ended. That's how it was delivered. I can't do it any better. I mean, I could do it better, but come on, anime people. You don't want that. Anyway, overall, I love what they're doing with the show. They're trying to make it feel like Kimito lost, even in the end, when by saving all these people from this guy from having their souls sucked and probably not even remembering who they are, they kind of just turn into empty shells in the real world, from what I remember. But with everybody getting into this position where the max A flex has been reached or whatever, I guess that's just means some of the people, for instance, he said Alice logged out. So does that mean Alice can be logged out, logged in, and someone else could take over Alice, and vice versa for any one of these farmers and stuff like that? I kind of miss the information there, if it was given to us. So do let me know. But overall, I did enjoy the episode. The animation is something I had to rewind and look at. Just seeing Kimito screaming with those golden eyes again is something to be nostalgic about, and I thought they delivered pretty amazing moment here. So I hope you all have an amazing day, night, evening, whatever the case may be. I am your boy, the Anime G, and I definitely want to talk to you more about anime. So let's do it. Peace.